And Ann was very comfortable. She said, well, at least I don't have to describe this for you. But as a longtime CEO of an IBM business partner, I can tell you that in terms of knowing Ann and her reputation, her integrity is beyond reproach. But really, the best way to recognize her is by having last year's Lifetime Achievement Award winner, Jay Nussbaum, come up and say a few words and invite a special guest as well to honor Ann. So, Jay?
Well, let me start off by congratulating all the winners. I can't believe it's been a year. I've had that crown on my head. I will say this, it was a great honor, and with this social media, you're not going to believe it, Ann. You're going to find all your friends from high school are going to call you. In my case, coming from Brooklyn, it wasn't a good thing. So I was fortunate also to be involved in the vote. I asked Fred, how long did it take for me to get put in? He said it was, I don't know, I guess it was a day and a half. I said, wow. I want you to know, Ann, the white smoke puffed within 30 seconds from your announcement. Now, what I'm going to do is quite unusual. I've never been a part of this, but I have a dear friend who was the first-year winner who never wants you to forget that. So he is going to actually introduce Ann, and I can't wait till next year when Ann introduces me to introduce him. And I hope I'm around for the 10th one, because it'll be longer than the speech, the introductions. But I've known Bob Guerra for too many years. We started together at Xerox. He was on the anti-sales team at Xerox, and his full-time job was to watch me because we were too successful, and he was a controller. And every time we put in, business in, he had to review it 100 times. He was quite good at saying no. We called him the head of the sales prevention department. So how he won it the first time, I'm still waiting to hear. But I will say this, he's the best person to work with. His integrity is fantastic. His sense of humor is so-so. But he is a great guy, and he's going to come up and say a very, very nice introduction for Ann. And Ann, let me say this. Congratulations, and thanks for adding a little class to the three of us.
I really have no idea why I do this. I printed this stupid goddamn thing this morning. I forget to read it. I've known Ann for over 20 years. And at the outset of our relationship, it was like everything else in business. You exchange business cards, you bump into each other every now and again. But when I worked for a reseller of IBM, and we decided to bid an Air Force desktop contract together. So IBM had this operating system they thought was pretty sexy. My job was to convince Lloyd Mosman. You remember him, Ann? My job was to convince Lloyd Mosman, this guy at the Air Force, that IBM's operating system was better than Microsoft's. So we go to Salt Lake City, which is really a fun place to be. We go to Salt Lake City, I get Lloyd over and I go, Lloyd, look at this thing. This is really sexy. It's running a calculation. It's running full motion video. It's doing, and it's playing Fleetwood Mac Rumors with no distortion. And he goes, well, that's really good, but we use Microsoft. I thought, shit, I'm dead. So I've got to now explain to the IBM executive that the customer really isn't interested in their solution. So we had dinner together. You remember it? Sushi restaurant in Salt Lake City. Salt Lake City, sushi, Mormons apparently eat raw fish, but that night we had a great conversation, and I knew then this woman was one class act. She was going to be big time at IBM. There was no doubt about it. Now, we became family friends over the years. We spent a lot of time together. And there's always that work-life balance thing. She's got 2 great kids. Stephanie's not with us today. She was working late last night. Zach is a junior at West Virginia. Her husband, Javier, couldn't be with us today. He's retired IBM. He's now teaching science at the high school level. So they've got a great, great family relationship, including Babe, the newest dog that Ann spoils the hell out of. So, you know, Ann found a way through all of this to find that work-life balance. IBM, not too long ago, had a new product they were going to introduce. It was a major new product for them, so who'd they call on but their utility player, Ann? She told me, we don't cite numbers at IBM, but it was something like a $16 billion program, worldwide launch. And she did it like nobody else has ever done it. She did a great job. And now, here we are in this federal environment. We got sequestration, we got budget cuts, we got furloughs, we've got all these negative things. So what do? They call in the best they have to come back and run it all for them again. So Ann, congratulations on your new award. In addition to your Eagle Award, your Fed 100 Award, that shelf on your fireplace is going to collapse pretty soon from the weight of all the damn awards. Ann Altman, my friend.
All right, we need to pause for a photo op.
Can you put this right here?
Absolutely. Rob. Jay, you want to come in the picture too? I don't want Rob to get all the credit.
At least I'm taller than somebody, isn't it?
Jay and I will flank it. It looks like security. Excellent. It's all you.
Wow, over to me. I am just so honored to be here with you and so honored to be recognized today because as we all know, it's not about me. I have to say, a Lifetime Achievement Award is a little daunting because my life is far from over. But I have to tell you, I was just so privileged when Fred talked to me and said, you know, you've been nominated for this incredible award, the Institute for Sales Excellence and Business Development, which does so much for this community, for us, recognizing companies and an individual. So that was really such a terrific conversation to have and one that made me reflect on a career that's been dedicated to sales and business development. And so I congratulate all of the winners and all of the finalists. Certainly, you are exceptional. And I was thinking here when Tom was speaking about contributing to success, we, you, I, all play a Jason Lezak role, don't we? Because it's never about one person. It is never about one person. And so I really am here in acknowledgement of what you do, what we do every single day. And I am almost speechless to see so many friends and colleagues, people that I've worked with for decades, people who have educated me, people who have coached me, people who I have lost with and learned from. You can imagine Rob's story back then. Do you know what the operating system was? OS2. A brilliant, brilliant technology feat for the IBM company, but a major flop, right? But we learned from that. We learned from that. And so you all really represent the best of this community. And I really am just humbled. You know, I have spent the majority of my life in the business for government. So for me, this is home. And when I think about that, I think about the fact that this is a calling. It is a calling for us to serve our country, whether you're working in the government or whether you're serving the government. And why do I say that? Because this is about impact. It's about improving the quality of life. It's about increasing the speed at which people who deserve benefits receive them. It's about advancing research to do the most extraordinary things that ultimately serve this country and the world, and certainly end it up, oftentimes in industry, to accelerate the performance across all of the commercial sector. So for me, this is a calling. This community is a calling, and it started a very, very long time ago. Some of you in this room have known me for a very, very long time, and you know that I've always loved business. I knew that when I was in high school. I knew what I wanted to do. I loved business and I loved government. So for me, this is an intersection of passion, and Tom talked about that. I have been so blessed to learn from my peers, my colleagues, my clients, and I have thought about some of the characteristics that we all, I believe, exhibit and that really demonstrate to our clients the value that we can bring to them, and I thought I'd share that with you. For me, number one is an insatiable curiosity about the world, about our clients' business, because with that, it allows for a level of inspiration and excitement and exploration that ultimately gets to how can we progress? How can we progress your mission? How can we solve your problems? And Tom talked about passion. For me, passion is, you know, you wake up in the morning and you look in the mirror and you say, I love what I do. And some days it's tough, and sometimes you're tired, and sometimes you're faced with sequestration, and you say, what a great opportunity. And the third is authenticity. I think it's impossible if you're not genuine. You are who you are. I can't be any of you. I can only be Anne. But when you're authentic, people recognize that, and as a result, it means that you're being true to yourself and your values, and you're someone that others will trust because they know what they're getting when they're engaging with you. And I'd say the final thing that I have learned over the course of my lifetime career is to listen, and to be intent on listening, and trying to do that not through the lens of bias or the lens of what I'm trying to sell or the lens of what is being expected of me, but to listen to the client. And so those are just a few of the things that I know are characteristics that you bring to the table every day and have served me very well in my career. I will end on one thing, maybe two, because Tom said something that I thought was really important about giving, and I think it's something for all of us to remember. And for me, giving has always been a part of my life, but what I recognize is the more I give, the more I get back. And so sometimes my team tells me to learn the word no, N-O, and I'm not very good at that. But I really do truly believe the more you give, the more you get back. And when you're working, it's 100% in. You can't say, well, I'm going to show up 80% today. You got to show up 100% every day, all day long. So I have a quote that I want to share with you. An inspirational guy, Harvey McKay, who wrote a book that's kind of funny. It's called Swim with the Sharks Without Being Eaten Alive. But this is a quote that to me really sums up everything and sums up who you all are. I really love this. A mediocre person tells. A good person explains. A superior person demonstrates. A great person inspires others to see for themselves. That's what sales and business development is all about. That's what we do every day. I am so honored to receive this award. Thank you.
Well, don't go anywhere yet, Ann. Don't go anywhere yet.
Thank you.
I want to invite Mike Collins from Jerry Connolly's office, Congressman Connolly's office, to present a special award in recognition to Ann. So, Mike.
Thank you, Ian, and thank you, Fred, for the invitation. Congressman Connolly couldn't be here today. He had to be on the Hill, so you got me. But thank you very much, Ann, and congratulations to you. You know, my name is Mike Collins. I'm the Outreach Director for Congressman Connolly. My job is to be a liaison between the community and the congressman, and that includes the business community. So I want to welcome you to the 11th District of Virginia, which, thanks to redistricting, now includes Tyson's. thanks to redistricting. Yeah, that's right. Unfortunately, it does not include your house, which is too bad. But it does include Herndon, where IBM is based, and we have most of the technology sector going out to 267, out to 28. Congressman Conley also sits on the Oversight and Government Reform Committee. He's a senior Democrat on the subcommittee in charge of technology procurement policy, which might interest a few of you in this room. But in order for that policy to work, we have to have, the federal government has to have partners who are truly motivated to help the government conduct its business. And I think when I took a look at Ann's career, and when you heard her speak today, you can tell that, you know, what she's about and what her real motivation is making government work. If you make a little money on the side, that's great, but yet the passion has to be for getting business done for the federal government and delivering the services that it needs to provide. So I want to thank you for that, and we want to recognize your 30 years of service, not only to the federal government, to governments around the world, and to the community, with a statement in the Congressional Record recognizing her award today. So congratulations. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Great speech. Thanks.
Just a comment, Jerry has been a great friend to industry, and I will reach out to him and thank him personally, but this is a great honor.
Great.
Appreciate
Thank you very
it
much.
Thanks, Mike.
Okay.
And thank you. Thank you. How cool is that, huh? Well, I want to thank a few people. We don't need music playing again, but wouldn't that be cool if we did? Jeff said he liked the music, so I just felt maybe we can sing you a track of it. I'll email it to you later today. Per your new ringtone, nice. So I want to thank Janina Velez, who really does all the work behind the scenes to make this run effortlessly. So Janina and your team, thank you so much. Want to thank our wonderful sponsors, without whom this event wouldn't be possible, and recognize that everyone's participation here today helps Northern Virginia Family Services as well. So we've all done something good there along lines of what Tom was talking about in terms of giving. And by the way, just as a tip, it doesn't mean that you have to stop giving there. You can give in other ways also. So that's something else to touch on. Once again, a round of applause for all of our finalists and winners. I want to tell you about the next event for the IESMBD is May 31st, and Scott Messer will be speaking there on the Selling Professionals Bill of Rights. So it seems appropriate, given the Congressman's presentation, that we talk about the Professionals Bill of Rights. Remember to take advantage of the photo ops back there, exchange cards with people, get to know each other, and above all, see how you can help each other, and we will see you here next year. Thank you, everybody.